Hey, Kliq This fans, want to get closer to the show than ever? Join Kliq This TV. Kliq This TV offers early commercial-free access to wrestling's hottest podcast, plus live audience tapings of their show every friggin' week. Head to KliqThisTV.com now and get inside the show that's just too sweet.
The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
We're here. Kliq This, the Kevin Nash podcast. Episode 173, if you're counting. Some people do that, so I feel kind of obligated to let everybody know we're at 173. 50 million YouTube views strong.
Can you just tell me, Scarlett, I don't give a damn?
Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn. I'm going to die this, Kevin. I'm tired of this shit. You're gonna have to see the residual hair so that it all blends. I don't know why it's darker up here than down here. It's just very white here. I don't know. So my daughter Lana, she's turning 13 this month, that you hear in the open. So she went on her first date today.
Wow.
My bad, Dad, for allowing this at 13. It was like the pizzeria after school. But, like, you know, when you're 13, that's hot shit, you know.
I just think the fact that it's a 37-year-old man from fucking...
That, you know what, though? I wanted her to at least... be taken care of, you know, to make sure that... someone in the current administration was with her.
When Tamara got pregnant, we went in for the first time to do the ultrasound to find out what we were having. And that nurse looked at Tamara. She goes, "Do you want to know?" And Tamara goes, "No, I don't want to know." And she says, "Do you?" And I said, "Yeah." She said, "But don't tell me." I said, "I'm not going to tell you." So the lady looks and she whispers in my ear. I go, "Fuck yeah." My wife goes, "Oh, I guess we're having a boy."
So funny. Yeah, the old adage, when you have a boy, you have to worry about one dick in the neighborhood. When you have a daughter, you got to worry about everyone.
Oh, my whole thing was, can you imagine fucking being my daughter? Oh, God. I was so protective of my son.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you would have been a cool girl, Dad.
We'll never know.
She definitely would have been WNBA eligible.
I just saw a girl on Instagram, so now we follow each other because like I wasn't aware of her, and she's 6'10", and she's from Houston. I think she's the tallest model in the world or something. She's a tall blonde-haired girl. But I was just like, wow. I'm thinking to myself, she's like we messaged back and forth, and she said, I grew up a fan of yours. And I'm thinking, well, I guess so. If you were 6'10", like, I wouldn't think Dustin Hoffman would be like somebody you'd be, I'm a fan of Dustin. Like, think about that, being a 6'10" girl. Like, even with me, she can't wear heels.
Mm-hmm.
She'll tower over me with heels on.
Yeah.
That's got to be hard. I told her, I said, I saw her and I kind of watched some clips of her and shit, and she seems like she's got a personality. I don't know if she's ever done any work, but I'm thinking like, fuck, there's a sitcom. Fucking dad and his daughter, fucking 6'10" daughter.
Write it. Come on.
So
do that first, and then we'll do the wrestling movie.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? You know what you would do? You should do Scott's movie. Someone's going to do it. And
like I didn't even post anything on his birthday. It was so painful this year. Because his birthday's
What
the day
day?
after.
What?
It's the day after T passes.
Right.
You know, it's just like I saw Jeff Jarrett, put like "Happy Birthday," Scott, and I was talking to kiddo last night, Sean Waltman, and we were just going over different shit. We were both talking basically about that A1 Atlas, that whole thing, because if there's anybody that's a conspiracy freak like me, it's him. And
Had he heard about it?
oh fuck, are you kidding me?
I think he mentioned. I was talking to him last week, and I think
Yeah,
he had
there's
just watched it. I think that
there's
episode.
nothing that I was on that thing fucking when it first surfaced. I was like, oh shit, here comes something. But now it's. Did you see where NASA? We now have 2 moons until 2087.
No.
There's it's an asteroid. It's not. It's like maybe fucking.
But what kinds of? This is the whole other. Like, what's a star? What's a moon?
Well, it's an asteroid, and it's following a trajectory that that mimics Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and it will until 2087. Then it'll fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets it doesn't get any closer than it was ridiculous how far away it is, but it's actually of course the graphic on the story showed 2 moons in the sky, so of course you're going to read it, and then you read it and it's like fucking 37 meters in size.
Mm-hmm.
So
How do you come across all this shit? The random. I mean, I have to give people a look someday inside my phone, like the scope of the things that you find and send me. Like there's always the obligatory Trade Center or some
Right.
moon landing video that I expect from you at least 3 times a day. But then there'll be the Atlas, right? And then
Right.
and so where do you search this stuff out? Does it just land on your feed?
I think I looked at so many conspiracy theory. So if anything is kind of a conspiracy or
They're going to run it by you on your feed.
yeah, okay.
Check in with you.
Here's a great fact that I picked up today just scrolling through my phone.
Mm-hmm.
That as we continue today, we actually did a drone strike in the Pacific Ocean
I saw that. Yes.
on a drug boat. I'll tell you one thing I would not have is an open air fucking like 28-foot boat with a fucking with an engine on the back, because they're just blowing those fuckers out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's no real due process.
No.
It's like you're going to lose the boat and your life.
and it's like there's no like it's not like they could go in with a Black Hawk and just fucking like quick line 3 guys from DEA to fucking absolutely like to grab the situation and take some photographs. Fuck, if you want to shoot him in the back of the head after that, fine. But at least, one of these days when if they ever open up Geneva war crimes again, you don't have fucking 340 fucking counts.
They're going to be busy.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that we overfish, but this is ridiculous. But today I saw a thing where Argentina has, I think, 21 of these like pretty proficient fighter jets, but they have bought from Russia these SR-71s. I'm just making this up now. because but
Making up what?
I mean
letters?
it's like a SR-71. Anyway, it's a supersonic air to surface missile. So it's put on a plane and shot, and it's basically its sole purpose in life is to fucking take out warships. Okay. And it's supersonic. And what they did, there was another one that I saw where Russia has a 300 megaton warhead that they can put in a torpedo, and say they could send it 50 miles off of New York City, and it would explode, and it would basically send a 1,000-foot tsunami wave,
tidal wave, yeah,
and the water would be radioactive. So you got that going for you. So I'd say I love to read these things because I don't.
Your day.
Well, I just don't worry as much about the market completely collapsing, because it's like, fuck it, man, we're all gonna die anyway. So
I was watching an interview with Sean Penn, and they were talking to him. He's like, I don't know how anyone in this room could give a fuck about a pronoun right now when kids are being vaporized in Gaza.
Yeah.
So it definitely does. It prioritizes a lot of arguments. The world does today, for us and what we're going to talk about.
They showed a before and after type thing, and it was scrolling. So it would be Gaza in 22 would be on the right side, and then on the left side would be basically the agriculture and buildings would go by you, and then it would turn to what it is now on the left side of the screen. And it's like all this greenery and civilian populations, buildings, and it looks like the fucking surface of the moon. And like they showed these clips as far as you can see where there's just nothing. I mean, it's just completely. So I'm watching this, and then I hear the other day that Hamas has broken the ceasefire, and like but in real time, some fucking idiot set off an ordinance. That imagine there being a live ordinance somewhere in Gaza after you dropped every fucking ordinance on Earth into this fucking rubble. Like there'd still be something there that didn't go off, and when it exploded, it fucking it wounded some fucking Israelis, and their rebuttal was like they fucking fired rounds, and I'm just thinking like, oh jeez. The over-under on this peace agreement is 7 days. It's like...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure we got the two moons, we got the hypersonic...
tsunami.
The hypersonic fucking... that can destroy our ships. Our basically destroy our Navy. $1 million missile destroys our fucking $1 billion boat, and yes, the
what was that called for everyone keeping score at home? That was
I could look it up.
That was the Russian one, right? That was
they were sold. Russia's got fucking like those. They've got all kind of supersonic, hypersonic. And the thing is with this missile that they have in Argentina is it's hardened, so it's like a bunker buster. It goes inside, it goes through the hull of this ship, then it explodes. So I mean, it's just fucking. It's not like a coal type.
Isn't that like the logic behind a hollow point bullet?
A hollow point just when it comes in, it mushrooms as it retracts, goes through you, and it, the exit wound's like a fucking size of your fist,
Right.
depending on the caliber, of course.
No, obviously. So I'm going to keep the joy going. I wanted to get your opinion on somebody actually wrote in and reminded me to ask you. Jason Knapp said, "What'd you think of the Lions uniforms Monday night?" Of course,
I
Lions.
thought they were sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember when they first started doing this, Kevin. Remember there'd be an alternate uniform for a special game, like for Thanksgiving. There was a home and away, and that was it for the year. And then they started. Somebody in the merchandising department went, "Hey, we put
The Lions wore those last year. I mean, those same.
Was it the
unis.
same one though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also have that all gray one.
I don't like that as much as the blue.
What, the all gray?
I think they like that electric.
I think the black's badass.
Yeah.
For home, but like the Bengals. Every time I watch the Bengals, they're in that all white outfit now. Like they never wear the traditional Bengals.
The orange, man, right?
Yeah, with the orange on. God, I'm so old. Fucking, it actually said in
You
like
remember
block
I remember
letters,
it too,
Bengals.
Yeah. That was a shitty ass helmet, man. That one.
And not as shitty as the Browns.
The Browns. We're still not going to do anything about this, man.
No.
Somebody in that organization needs to read a marketing book or two.
But
and
the
realize
Browns
what
had
would
like,
happen.
what did they have the other day? Because the one guy ran for a couple touchdowns for the Browns. They had like did they have a black fucking, maybe they had like a different kind of a jersey on their last game.
Yeah, they do the alternate jerseys. All the teams do them, and there's so many of them now.
Well, it's like fucking.
First, they did throwback, so they would
The
wear
NBA.
the old ones.
The NBA is notorious for dumping.
That's getting started now too, Kevin. You're
you
probably
know,
watching a lot of wrestling these days.
Oh,
I'm guessing,
yeah.
with the NFL in the middle of the season and NBA getting started now.
Yeah, because I'm not going to watch OKC versus the Rockets with the newly picked up Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I'm not. It goes double overtime last night. And
But
then,
what's Heyman doing? That's what you're saying the whole time. Like, shit.
I'm saying
he's
I'm
probably
trying
cutting a promo right now.
I'm saying, like, fuck, man. Why is Heyman not addressing the fact that he turned on his friend Punk, he turned on Seth Rollins, who was fucking a god, and he had really no alliance with Seth, except that he thought that he was the future and that he was the visionary.
Right.
And then he tears his shoulder up and he just jumps ship again.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
And then they try to tie it together with a real quick Becky Lynch
confrontation,
interview.
right? I don't know if this was television. You'd be sitting there going, "Hold on a minute." I mean, if it was, it's
you know what though.
television,
At the same time, man, people can say whatever they want. When you fucking sit in a writer's room with like 8 other people, and you guys pound shit out for hours, and throw shit around, and you get something, and you put fucking pen to paper, and that's the direction you're going, and then voila, they go into his shoulder, and you're like, no, man, it's way worse than you thought it was. He's going to be out a fucking year.
Mm-hmm.
And how old's Seth? Seth 43, 46? How old's Seth? Mr. Kaufman?
We'll get it here in a minute.
Just holler it.
39.
He's young. That's why they went. That's why they go with him. I mean, I was 40 when I blew my quad and tore my bicep back to back. Well, tore my bicep, then tore my quad. I was 42, and that was not a. It wasn't. I mean, I never doubt I was going to come back. It was just, But they were saying I was, at that point I was long in the tooth, and now they've half their fucking main event roster is
I was going to say the top of the card is all around
45.
40.
Yeah. And for a while there, they were telling people they were too old to get into the business at 30 at the Performance Center. And now it's like, fuck.
Well, you can place some money, Kev, on some of these 40 and 45-year-olds we're talking about via MyBookie. We know that Saturday night's main event is coming up on November 1st, and the odds are out, so you can get some action. What can you play? What can you do with MyBookie? You can do match winners, right? But just like other sports where you can play those prop bets about individual performances, you can bet the method of victory, a surprise run-in. If it can happen in the ring, you can bet on it via our friends at MyBookie. And while the action is heating up, football season is here too, guys. This is prime time to cash in. And you can get it all in one place. Everything you're seeing right there on the screen. The hot sports right now are all on MyBookie. And if you're new to MyBookie, cha-ching. Use the code KLIQ. And any bet you choose, up to $500, is fully covered. Make your play. If it doesn't hit, you get it right back when you opt in by using your Bet Back bonus token. All right, Saturday night's main event is going to be going down. Football is on deck. It's a damn good time to be a bettor. And you can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Just real quick, Steve, are the odds up for Saturday night's main event now? Or are we too, or is it because we're still a week away? Can we not get any of that action? Too early, but, Okay, let's see. Let's lay some action here. Who will be Brock Lesnar's opponent at WrestleMania 42? Is this one in Russia, or where is this WrestleMania again? Oh, it's Vegas, okay. So Gunther, it looks like Gunther is the odds-on favorite here, right? At minus 250. Where would I put my money here? I mean, they've been...
I might fucking I might go in Randy Orton.
Well, that's a plus 1,200. You would make some serious coin.
Because they're saying that Orton's not getting his fair shot of major,
Right.
That would definitely be. I would fucking definitely watch Orton versus Lesnar. That would be interesting.
Roman Reigns a plus 1,000. Cody Rhodes a plus 800. LA Knight a plus 1,400. Solo Sikoa the longest shot at a plus
Where's Logan
2,000.
Paul been? Is he just not wrestling right now?
He's just not on. That's a lot of time. There's not a lot of time for everybody on this program, apparently.
Well, shit. There's only they rotate 6 guys on the top.
Correct. So
Now
anyway,
5.
guys, this is what it's all about. You can have the fun we're having now by speculating with our friends at MyBookie. Go ahead, download the app, use the code KLIQ, K-L-I-Q. Make them your headquarters for all your bets. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Thank you, MyBookie, for joining us here. Click this, just like all of our friends in the audience. Kev, I was joking with you before saying, oh, you're going to be watching a lot of wrestling now that the NBA is starting and we still have football and stuff. But, you know, back in the day when we would follow the ratings, like fans were now... We were let in on the ratings thing, courtesy of like Meltzer's sheets and website and stuff.
Well, they also had it in USA Today. They would
well, you know, all of us wrestling fans at age 21 that were reading USA Today.
No, I'm talking about when it was Wrestling Wars.
Right. But what I'm saying is it was important. So the rating was important and significant on a Monday night because of Monday Night Football. And they would always talk about, is it going to beat Monday Night Football this week? I think, though, Kev, is it safe to say that was at a time when wrestling fans, football fans, they were sports fans. So, I mean, I know me and my friends, we watched both. Today, are the WWE fans the Monday Night Football fans?
I just think because everything was live back then.
Unless you were like taping it on VHS.
You had to
yeah.
VHS it. So,
yeah.
but there was a lot of rumors that came out of that period where they say that Thursday night football, actually, which is 20 years. I think it just said that Sunday night football just had its 20th year. So I don't know when Thursday night football started, but they say that Thursday night football was kind of conjured up during the wrestling wars.
I'll have to look at those dates. It would make sense. I don't know
because at times we were doing combined like 10, 11.
Right.
You know.
We got here Thursday Night Football. Oh, that came with NFL Network. I don't know
when was the NFL Network started?
I feel like that would be after Kev. I think maybe Sunday night.
Sunday night was 20 years ago. That was just they added that
was
extra.
only 20.
Yeah, the one I watched this Sunday was the 20th year.
I just feel like it's
you got to be happy that the Cowboys are competitive this year.
Well, I'm not a fan of this team, and I'm not a fan of this team under Dak Prescott. I don't think we're ever going to achieve anything under. He's a good quarterback. He's not a great quarterback.
I think he's pretty fucking special.
I don't know, Kev. He's not the 2-minute drill guy that you need. You got to have total confidence in who's leading that team in any situation you get put in.
Give me somebody in the league right now that you'd rather have in the 2-minute drill.
Do I get to choose people like Mahomes and Hurts?
Fine. I don't know if I want Hurts.
Well, but,
I don't know if I want Hurts over Prescott. And you talk with this, and they get that guy's offensive line.
It's a whole other discussion
right.
when you talk about the line.
You put Dak in Kansas City's behind Kansas City's line.
You look at the amount of times under pressure he's overthrowing, underthrowing, making shit decisions.
Yeah, under pressure. The same thing that happened to fucking to Stratford when he was in Detroit, when he threw 97% of the balls he threw off his back foot, and then the first year he goes to the Rams, they won a Super Bowl. So it's like,
I don't think that's Dak.
Well,
I don't think it's Dak, and I knew it when they gave him franchise status and let Ezekiel Elliott go. Now Elliott didn't turn out to be what I thought.
But they still, I mean, I think Harbaugh, fucking in Baltimore, he's so underutilized as fucking Henry. You know, like it's just one of those things where it's almost like he refuses to run the football. And like you look at the fucking Lions, you look at Campbell. Campbell will run that fucking football up your ass.
I like him. He's a good coach.
I like him. I really like who they picked up as the linebacker coach now, who's the defensive coach. I just thought when they had when the game started on Monday, and they showed that basically all four Lions, and the Lions two cornerbacks that are out, the starters, are fucking like all pro level, and then Arnold, who's leads I think he's been in the league. This is maybe his third year, but he's fucking leads the league in pass interference since he's been in. So he's kind of like a safety valve for the fucking. Mm-hmm. But I just thought that the defense played fucking so hard, man. And
what was the final?
Was it 20? Was it 27-9?
I think more than
something
covered.
like that. And this is the Tampa team that Tampa's won like 3 or 4 games on last second field goals, but and they were talking about Baker Mayfield like he's fucking he's an MVP, and boy, that fucking pressure got on him, and he was throwing off that back foot, and he was getting fucking nailed. and he was rolling his eyes at his receivers. He was bitching. It was just like fucking. It's like how quickly it fucking returns.
Yeah.
You know. It leads the league. Fucking, he was throwing like 257 yards a game going into that game. It led the league, and I think he threw for fucking 150 against the Lions. Not that I'm biased in any form or fashion.
No, listen, it's a nice time to be a Lions fan. You're having a good
Well, you
run.
look behind me and you realize that all those lakes that we used to think were fucking Czechoslovakia, that's actually the Lions blue back there behind me.
Oh, right. I can see
See
that.
it?
Yeah, you need a little more gray.
That's Campbell. In the middle there's the dragon. So
Kev, I always know
go
when
for it
you're-
on fourth.
JCW Lunacy. New episodes every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube. For over 25 years, JCW has delivered the very best in pro wrestling entertainment, bringing fans deep storytelling drama, gut-busting comedy, and unbelievable in-ring action. From wild characters to unforgettable rivalries, don't miss a single moment. Tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube. JCW Lunacy.
I always know when you're up for a little fun because I'll just see a random tweet placed like an incendiary device with a short fuse, and I know you're going to keep your phone with you that night and have fun. So I see the tweet. I think the first one I saw was quote, Mr. Nash. 7 million Americans in a peaceful protest, not one felony arrest, let alone 1,500 inmates pardoned. How were these people not How were these people not what real Americans look and behave like? Guess we needed to see a few piles of shit on Johnson's podium to pass the cult test. Well, that was it, Kev. You opened the
Boom.
doors.
Yeah, I thought it was just a brushback pitch. Obviously, not taken as such.
And it lasted for what, 2 days? We're on day 2 now of the volley. Continuing. You know, it was funny, Kev. You had to educate. You know, dealing with the general public is always fun. You had to educate people on sarcasm.
Yeah.
For a minute. Now, these are people that clearly don't know you, because I can hear you in absolutely every single text I read, and I think anyone that listens to this show on a regular basis can hear you in anything that you tweet. But obviously, many can't. And then you had to waste some valuable time where you could have been referencing, Charlie Kirk appearances on Megyn Kelly's show for some folks who wanted some information about. But here you go. Okay, there you go. Very good, Steve. Always on the. Big Rob was asking for some references where your 7 million number comes from, and Kevin says, Fox News. They don't lie.
Right.
I think the tweet below that was, "You're an empty-headed asshole, Nash." So, empty-headed asshole, Nash, a complete total leftoid douche, and your fake grift towards Christianity isn't fooling anyone. And Kevin says, doesn't line up with your white nationalist taste test. So this goes on for a couple of days. We're on day 2 now, and I go to it every morning to see what I've missed, because this is all happening after hours while I'm asleep. And so, come on, you do this for fun, right? You obviously, you can just put 2 sentences out there and have 2 days of tens of thousands of replies. And there's a lot of power to that, isn't there, in a way?
I don't know about power. It's just, to me, it's just like there were so many people that were just so up in arms about the meme with Trump getting in the plane and dropping shit on all the protesters. I saw that when I got up, and I fucking popped. Because the thing is, Trump's not fucking savvy enough to put that fucking shit together on AI. So that's like people don't look at it for what it is. That's a fucking like a group fucking put together, and then all he does is post like, hey, hey, we got this. You want to post it? Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump ain't fucking sitting there putting the crown on and putting Trump on the side of a fucking fighter plane and dropping shit. He's not editing all this shit together and AI in it and all that. So, but just the fact that, for me, the president of the United States, instead of standing at a podium, it's 7:00 at night, because the president has something to say, like the old days. He just throws something out on social media, and it becomes like, policy.
Yeah, I mean, that's clearly their process. Social media, very big part of their world.
Well, when you look at the whole situation, and everybody loves money, and there's not a bigger fucking business than politics. I mean, politics is by far the biggest business, because the billionaires throw billions of dollars into the true players are in that game.
Right.
And he's mastered that. So it's like, you can hate on him all you want. I'm not like this newest thing where he's going to sue the American taxpayers for $250 million because
230.
230, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
But when you look at the what he's in a real world, not with Pam Bondi as the AG, but in a real world, that would have to go in front of a judge, and the judge would have to say, okay, you're suing for $180 million because they went into Mar-a-Lago and said
Took
you
boxes
had
out of the bathroom.
and they said you had classified information.
Yeah.
And then Trump's legal team would have to prove that that's a false statement, which he can't fucking do. He can't. So unless
Kevin,
you just
the Department of Justice is run now by his ex-lawyers. So the
Right.
people making the decision whether to settle that were the lawyers.
I understand that. Like I said, I tell
The
everybody,
fascist playbook.
I tell everybody all the
brilliant
time,
page.
when the Supreme Court of the United States gives you a fucking hall pass, that anything you do as president, you can't be fucking, dude, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Give me that power.
Right.
See if I don't fucking abuse it. Give anybody that power and tell me they don't abuse it. Even if it's just to get your car parked in front of the restaurant. I mean, fuck, man. I don't get it. I just don't, people just are so unfucking real. Oh man, you're a fucking libtard. Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're still playing fucking. You're a libtard, Nash. Just got a new Silverado. I'm fucking paying $1,143 a month for the next 96 months. Yeah, sweet play, motherfucker.
Well, Kev, some feedback from last week. Mr. Steven Stryker wanted to share that I can now get my kid to eat almost anything by saying that's one of Diesel's favorites. After rewatching the '94 Royal Rumble, he was in awe. So, Kev, you're getting credit for the young Mr. Stryker.
I tell you what, man, it's just something about that Diesel and with that fucking striking mullet.
says nutrition. I mean, nothing
Yeah,
says nutrition.
it says eat your vegetables.
Right. Another child.
Or your nanny, whatever comes up.
Eat out your
Eat your nanny from behind.
Sandman EVZ said, Kev, my son considers you one of the goats of wrestling. He's only 10, but he's watched a ton of reruns with me. You're big among the 10-year-olds, though, Kev.
Yeah.
Your moveset speaks to the 10-year-olds clearly. There's not much to keep track
man,
of.
That's, you know what? And that's the demographic you really want, right? Because they're the ones that fucking drag their parents to the fucking arena. And people don't get it. Nobody gives a fuck when it comes to like being pushed in a position to some guy that's fucking in his basement that doesn't consume anything besides Pop-Tarts. Like, guess what, man? Nobody cares who you're fucking, Yako Tonabaki over at fucking War just had a match with Osprey.
Cover of the Observer this week.
Tore the house down. Like, come on, man. It's like it's like having an awards ceremony for snuff films. That could be interesting.
Mm-hmm. It'd be an empty audience, though, for the most. No one will be there to claim the award because they're
Well, I mean, you
dead.
Best performance of the aggressor.
Of the aggressor, yeah, the audience would be loaded with those.
And a black and white snuff film. Nicolas Cage. She got that coming. I don't know.
The Trindle 10 wrote in and said, first minute, Kev goes, I'm struggling, jet lagged. Knew it was going to be a great show. So I guess it's an indicator now, Kev, of some zaniness. Saturn Boy 33, as a girl dad to Mr. Oliver on the Saudi situation and women, I say here, 100% agree the business is to make money, but it sells out the women, and I've never liked WWE going to Saudi for that reason alone.
And then again, there's always going to be the part of me that says that it's $250 million. I don't think that the girls, if they went to Paul or went to Nick and said, I don't feel comfortable going over there, that they would be forced to go. I don't think there'd be repercussions to those girls, those women that decided not to go.
But the company writing the storylines and narrative of strong women, taking the $250 million check, going to a country where, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I read a laundry list of human rights violations.
I mean,
against women in Saudi Arabia. Still,
I understand that. I mean, all you got to tell me is they can't drive a car, and I go, really? You don't have to go any further than that. But at the same time, like, you almost have to fucking tip your hat to a degree to the Saudis, because they're creating with fucking, like, they're creating an industry, and they're creating a location like Vegas that draws, like, the comedian thing that happened on the 26th. WrestleMania's coming. The Rumble's going to be there. But
they're having some entertainment over there. I don't know where on the scale. I would weigh that next to women being considered legally property of men over there and treated as such. I don't know where having Louis C.K. making them laugh out of their hijabs falls with that, but I don't know if it's equal weight. You could put it on the other side of the scale. I don't know if it weighs as much.
I don't think that's what they're looking for. I think it's fucking, what it comes down to is just coin.
100%.
I mean, when you make that decision is that decision made on a social or an economical decision?
Humanity or money, which
Right.
would come first? Yeah, it's a whole other debate. It would
Now,
it would be interesting if now some of these
Well, it'd be
strong
interesting.
women.
It would be interesting if Sean Penn was the head booker. Because then I have a feeling that if Sean Penn was in any role of authority, that they probably wouldn't be going to Saudi Arabia. Just guessing.
The women could band together and walk into someone's office and say, you know what? Maybe you boys can go do this one.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to miss out on WrestleMania.
No,
They're not going to
of
miss
course
out on the payday.
They'd be seen as very, very strong role models for young women around the world had they done that.
Well,
Listen,
I don't know.
it's hard to be a
do you have
hero.
to- do you
Not
have to
everyone
be-
can be Rosa Parks.
Well, do you have to be Joan of Arc?
I don't think it would cost them their lives.
No, but it's not to go over there.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be admired by young women all over the place. They'd be the heroes that their characters purport to be.
I think
The people under them
I think
would
it would. I don't think it would get much coverage whatsoever.
I don't know about that. Maybe we'll see. Who knows?
You know what? The day that happens, the next day, all the guys in the locker room will band together and start a union. That's the fucking likelihood of any of that shit happening. Because it's fake fucking wrestling.
Sad on both cases.
And it's as easy as this. You don't want to do it? Ain't like you're throwing a 90-mile-an-hour curveball. Next.
I don't know. I don't think they're all replaceable. I don't think all wrestlers are replaceable.
Well, you know what? Everybody from the Monday Night Wars is gone now. They're all replaced.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll bet you we won't see that. And if I lose that bet, Kev, I'm going to send you your winnings via Cash App. Because that's how we roll here. We have the Cash App, or should we just say the Cash App? I don't know. Either way, I have that little green thing on my screen here that I'm opening up right now to show you. And what is Cash App? Cash App is so much more than just the way to send your friend $10 for the coffee they sprung for, because of the advanced security, the next level, the 3.0 security that Cash App employs. When you get the Cash App card, okay, let's just take this. Not only do you get access to a ton of perks and benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales, discounts on popular brands, you have extra security with the power to instantly lock or unlock your card right from your phone with just one tap. If you see a suspicious transaction pop up, Cash App has your back by automatically declining the purchase and sending you a heads up to confirm if it's you or not. Okay? Advanced security, it's a priority for Cash App, and they treat it that way. Security lock, Face ID, biometric authentication. These are not just terms that you may or may not understand, folks. Plus, if you're about to send money to someone new and Cash App notices that something looks off a bit or you might be falling for a scam, it's going to send you a warning before the money is sent to confirm that everything looks right. What am I saying? I'm saying Cash App, beyond just being that app to send somebody money, has your back with this next level security. And their insane offer, new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use the code SECURE10 in their profile at sign up. If you send $5 to a friend within 14 days, you're going to earn $10 on that $5, which is insane. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank, and banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app podcast for full disclosures. Go put that app on your phone, guys. Get with it. It's 2025. Thank you, Cash App. WWN Mogi.
Let's not forget about Chris and friends over at Sunbelt Rentals in Daytona Beach. Okay, just want to throw that in there.
That's the large machinery
Yep, my
place
buddies,
that we talked about.
My buddies over there.
Did they hear your love?
I
That
don't
you sent
know.
over there?
I just kept a message over here to make sure I continue to plug Sunbelt Rentals.
All right.
So,
Done.
and you have to realize that you can Google Sunbelt Rentals, and these are worldwide, country, of course, U.S. wide. So,
Chris, was it Chris? Chris and Company?
Chris and Company.
Dave Green is the guy you're looking for to buy some time here, and we'll be happy to show some examples of your fine machinery.
Maybe I'm getting paid under the table over here.
WW Mogi. Not sure that would be legal. But listen, your ex attorneys are now on the staff of the DOJ, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. WW Mogi.
I used to date Pam Bondi during my big sexy days. A lot of people don't know that.
This was right after the Lisa Wolf era, I think, of executives, female executives in your life.
When Pam Bondi first came on the scene, she was pretty hot.
Mm-hmm.
Not that she's ugly now.
No, I was going to say, I don't think her looks have changed.
No.
The horns on it.
I kind of like her.
Her spunk?
Yeah, she just, yeah.
You see her and you think spunk. WW Mogi said John Wayne versus Anthony Quinn. Quinn versus Gregory Peck in a knife fight. So I think what WWM is talking about is the AI that we were talking about last week, where we'll be able to.
So who was the first one?
He said John Wayne versus Anthony Quinn, or Anthony Quinn versus Gregory Peck.
Anthony Quinn fucking murders both those guys.
So I started going through my head of like the Hollywood badass list, like who would you cast in that fight to the death film where it's the actors in it. So you've got John Wayne, which is
I don't see John Wayne. John Wayne's a knife fighter.
How about Burt Reynolds? Where do you put him in there?
He could be a knife fighter, but maybe Burt Lancaster might be a better knife fighter.
Connery, Bronson.
Yeah, they could be knife fighters, but let me just think of who.
How about fisticuffs? Ooh, badass fisticuffs. Sean Penn, the aforementioned.
He's small in stature, but he'd be like a Wolverine probably.
How about Clint? Too much of a gentleman?
Nah, Clint. Remember he did those fucking boxing movies where he was the bare-fisted.
Right turn, Clyde.
Was he Philo Beto? Was that
Philo Beto? Jesus, you're pulling that one out of your ass. Yeah. Now, was he was Philo Beto, or that was his friend?
I don't remember what his name was.
Yeah,
but
I think
I remember
he
fought Smith. The fucking guy. It was legendary fucking World's Gym fucking.
And then the orangutan, which was really the star
Clyde.
of those films. Right turn, Clyde. How about Steven Seagal? Could we put him in there too? He's
God no.
The thinner Seagal. Do you ever see some of these videos now that he makes where he like just touches a guy and he flies 600 feet across the dojo?
I can't tell you. Tyrus is on. He was a wrestler, but Tyrus is on Fox now. And he and I send back and forth these just horrible. There's like this Bollywood type guy he looks like Mo from the Three Stooges. We send these things back and forth to each other. It's unbelievable.
Is Seagal in some of them?
Oh yeah,
the actual Steven Seagal. Okay.
Oh yeah. Like the refrigerator Seagal.
present day
Yeah.
Seagal, who needs his own zip code. Yeah. Dan Potts wrote in, he said, Kev, you and the missus separated at one point, as you have talked about. Any advice on how to repair a marriage in separation? Thank you, and God bless both you and Sean. Thank you, Dan.
Well, if you're separated and not divorced, it's usually the guy fucked up. And I mean, my wife and I were having this conversation, I believe it was even just yesterday, because we were talking about 9/11. And like she called me and I was like, this is typical Kevin Nash. My wife calls and she calls and she calls and she's sitting at home and at her house and down the streets, T's in school, and she's watching these towers crumble and she's calling me, and of course I'm in my loft with the fucking blackouts on, and I get up like at 11:30 and there's 1,000 messages and everything else. I call her, I'm like, yeah, babe, what's up? She goes, are you watching this? I said, watching what? So so that's part of my whole thing with the 9/11 is, like, I came into it like at noon. Like that was when I was like, so I had to digest it,
You had a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
A lot had happened.
And so I think that was my fascination, was like, it was almost like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody sees it, does it make a sound?
Did it happen?
Like,
right.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of that whole thing. Like, obviously, it didn't make any noise over at fucking Matheson Loft.
Are we saying that the key to repairing a separated relationship is having a national tragedy?
No, but we
No.
were talking about it. She said, when we were separated, she said, why did you come up to the house every single day? And I said, well, to see T. She says, never to see me? I said, of course to see you. She said, what? Like, I said, I made some stupid fucking decisions in life, Everybody has a drug of choice.
Everyone's got a vice. I always say that.
Yeah, and mine was fucking the vagina. So.
And more than one of the vaginas, which was really the problem, because your drug can be the one vagina that shows up in the dress on the wedding day, but when it's more than that one, then that's the problem.
I was a fuck up. I fucked up. Because I was dealing with my insecurities of being called a praying mantis and fucked with as a tall, skinny, goofy kid. And I finally was at a position where I could have what I wanted, and I thought that was going to fucking rectify my self-esteem issues.
You showed them.
Yeah.
Those bullies.
Almost cost me the fucking best thing in my life.
But as far as, I guess every situation is different. I mean, he was looking for some advice, Dan was, and it would have to be specific to the situation and the people, right? I mean, there's...
If you don't want to be separated, then you have to...
Get divorced.
No, you just got to put some time in. If you're asking us, you're already asking the wrong person. Like, you've got to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Or him. I don't know if you're married or if you're gay or whatever. I'm not going to assume anything, but I mean, you've got to communicate with your partner, your loved one, your spouse, whatever. You've got to. Obviously, one of you guys fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not repairable, then there's no reason to unless you're doing it for tax purposes.
That's a whole other ballgame. Jason Knapp.
That was the whole thing about being down in Florida, is there's no, like, if you're legally separated, you can't file fucking, like, different houses and none of that shit. Like none of that shit works. So because like right now, like Cameron and I could get legally separated, and then I could write this fucking condo off instead of getting killed every year because I can't homestead this thing. So
It's a studio now, is what it is, Kevin.
Well, the taxation fucking kills me.
But it's your place of work now, so it's an expense. Is what it is. It's a business expense.
No, I mean I do that, but
okay. I need your friend. I need your friend if we're going to do the Florida thing. We got to do the Florida thing, right? Florida's a good place to have a business, from what I understand. To own a business.
Well, we're here now, right?
I sent an email the other day. I said I hadn't gotten any paperwork saying that. I got some paperwork about one change we made company-wise. I don't want to bore everybody.
Please, dear God, don't tell me we haven't got this done.
This is what I need. I asked him for confirmation of that, so...
I can't fucking do another year of fucking...
I have to review his answer. Being an out-of-state business owner? Let's see. Jason Knapp. People have been making fake accounts on X using WWE superstars' names, then sending private messages asking people for money, Apple gift cards, or offer a fan card that gives you special access to them and shows. I've had a fake Liv Morgan, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai ask me for money. Did you hear about this?
No. Anybody that's stupid enough to even bring
think that Cody Rhodes is asking them for an Apple
to bring
gift.
this up is just... if you're that fucking gullible...
No, I don't think Jason is.
Just
But he's saying
I'm just but
putting
just
people on notice so we can spread the word.
But if you think that people need to be brought up on notice,
well, there's varying degrees of IQs that are out there.
Oh, you don't have to fucking tell me.
You read the comments too.
Yeah, I fucking.
Well, listen, regardless of what your IQ is, you don't have to be a genius to enjoy Magic Spoon. I mean, and start your day off the right way, regardless of what you're working with upstairs. Why is that exactly? Why is that? It's because of the love they put into the formulation of the flavors that we enjoy, the nostalgic flavors that bring us back to our childhood, like frosted this and that, or cocoa this and that, or fruity this and that. And that's just the cereal that I'm talking about. What cereal? The cereal that has just 13 grams of protein, grams of protein, just 0 grams of sugar, and a whopping 4 grams of net carbs in a cereal. See what I'm talking about? See where I'm going with this? Your childhood cereal didn't have that while you were watching Speed Racer or Submariner or whatever was on the TV. But here you can rest assured knowing you're getting protein, 13 grams of it, no sugar, and some carbs in your cereal. The treats, the high-protein treats that you can throw in your bag and run to the gym or work with, they're crispy, crunchy, and airy, but they are an easy way to get 12 grams of protein on the go. And they come in mouth-watering flavors, too, like marshmallow, chocolate, peanut butter, dark chocolate. I'm very into the marshmallow. Kev's a big chocolate peanut butter fan on the treats. On the go, pre or post-workout, how about a midnight snack, maybe when the gummy starts to kick in? Grab a little Magic Spoon, and you can get $5 off your next order at magicspoon.com/Kliq, K-L-I-Q, or look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. I see them. I see them in Target and some of those big box stores. But if you go to magicspoon.com/Kliq, you're going to get $5 off.
Our Publix carries it.
Yeah. I thank you, Magic Spoon. Kev, I saw a news item. I don't know if I sent it to you. That Publix in Florida has said they will allow open carry in their stores. Because, of course, when it's private property, you have the right to say whether someone can have a gun or not in there. But Publix in Florida down with the open carry. I saw a news item. I don't know if that's changed since I saw it, but I saw it and decided that I will no longer be going to Publix when I go down to Florida. I don't need anything accidentally going off in an aisle when I'm with my child. Feel pretty safe around the cereal. Don't need to carry when I'm in Publix, but others, of course, feel the threat of.
I have not. I live down here. I don't see any change.
Well, you're in a very progressive area.
But I think that you would be the same. You're not gonna.
I have to see. I don't know. I'll be down in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I don't see anybody carrying. I noticed that. I mean, I put because you can open carry now. There's no reason not to have a fucking piece in your car.
Yeah.
So I carry a gun.
Okay. Because you can, or because you felt for a long time, wow, I really need to.
Well, no,
because everyone else is going to have.
Yeah,
it.
it's it's like anything else.
The Wild West. So.
And then I just don't like the idea of having to do anything. But it's just the same. I really don't like the idea of having somebody pull a gun at me.
Yeah, well,
But at the same time, you have to. I'm 66 now, man. Like, my days of fucking road rage and all that shit, that's long gone.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked with this guy the other day. He was in like a kind of a beater Tahoe, and so I'm so low in my car that I have to stop like almost a car length away from where you would legally where the line is, because I can't see the light. So I have to like be back all I can see is the bottom when it turns green. So, and this guy, like, I don't know if he thought and the car's loud, and so I took off, but I just did it to kind of fuck with him. I probably went from 0 to 30 is, like as fast as the car will go, like, which is pretty quick. And I think he thought I was taking off. And he went right into a speed trap area, like going like 57 miles an hour.
Did you know were you setting him up for that?
Yeah. Because there's a big fucking the thing that lights up that tells you how fast you're going.
Right.
And when he went by it said 57, and it's 40 is the speed zone. And I went by it at 39. I'm thinking, like, he didn't get pulled over or anything, but I'm thinking to myself, like, I wonder if that guy's smart enough to know as he looks in his rearview mirror and sees the fucking white Mustang putzing along in the right-hand lane that I set him up. But that'd be asking too much for most of the fuckers down here.
I was going to say, I think he was just celebrating that he was so
far he was. He was like, "Oh, show that motherfucker."
KliqThisTV.com is where you go to join the live audience that's here. You could sit in the tapings, be part of the pre-show, get the shows for early and without commercials and all that love. But the big fun is to be here with us for the taping. KliqThisTV.com and also KliqThisShop.com. Go get our wares. Kev, I watched Raw. I got a new line. A new tagline from Heyman when he told Becky, you could have a hot husband at home and an adorable oracle on the road. And I'm adopting that as my catchphrase. You may have a hot husband at home, but you can have an adorable oracle on the road.
He's been with so many people at this point.
And we don't mean rats. We mean
I'm just talking
manager.
About the character.
Yeah.
It's
you
lose your Andy Reid kind of feel when you got your Eagles and your Kansas City run. Like if next week Andy Reid was on Jacksonville's sideline, all of a sudden it's not going to feel quite the same. So
You texted me before the coin toss of the Super Bowl one year. I was asking you what you were betting. I guess we were texting back and forth. And you said you were laying odds that Andy Reid would walk to center field and take out his hog.
why wouldn't he?
I don't know, but I hope you didn't place the bet because I didn't see it happen. Maybe it was after the Gatorade spill at the end. Kev, you alluded to it before, but I think it deserves some drilling down because it's one of the things that gets me crazy as a writer and as someone who watches wrestling sometimes for one of his jobs. There is no reason given other than them making fun of Seth's bad shoulder for what we watched last week, which was the biggest angle, the turn, or it's actually the turn of Seth, it looks like. I think they're staying heel clearly, Paul Heyman and Bron Breakker. But we didn't get a reason for the attack. Did I miss this? This is just sloppy. People tune in the next week to find out what the hell happened last week, and I didn't get it.
I think that I'm rubbing my eye for people that are listening on the fucking radio.
They don't have to know that.
But I was left in awe. I was just kind of like, and then all of a sudden it's like, and we're gonna have a battle royal tonight. And I went,
I know you love that shit.
the only thing that's fucking worse than a fucking four-way dance or a three-way dance is
A little over the top rope action.
Oh boy, it's one. I mean, the Rumble is the only way to have a battle royal. When everybody starts in, it's like immediately anybody that's got any experience puts their back to the turnbuckle. So it's like the four smartest guys go to the turnbuckle.
And you get three guys trying to get the leg over the top rope of the turnbuckle for about 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's
and you guys just watch everything else happen.
Yeah, it's just...
Now, so outside of Adam Pearce's exciting announcement that,
Why did Adam Pearce have to come out and say, welcome to... Like, why did they have to do that voice thing?
Excitement.
Oh.
Don't you pop hard when you hear Adam Pearce?
No, man. If I went out there, I'd say, wow, man. Hey, what's up, Sacramento? Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Like, I wouldn't use some crazy carnival barker fucking...
That was the McMahon thing that he used to do.
But that's Vince's thing.
What's he doing with the hair? Did you see the hair this week?
Who?
Vince? With the skunk thing he's got going in the front?
Vince McMahon?
Yeah. Steve.
Where would I see him at?
Well, he had to go. He had a court appearance, right, to have the charges dropped, and he spent some time outside taking some pictures with fans. So I saw his new do, which looks like a very deliberate thing.
This is all new to me. So what charges were dropped?
Steve, bring up the photo here. I'm sure it's
going to have on the photo what charges.
No, I mean the hair is most important to me, but I'm bringing up the story here.
So we're
the car. There was a criminal investigation into
the reckless driving.
The reckless driving, and as long as he stays out of trouble, I think was the official.
All right.
It was reckless driving. Was the
I thought we were
charge,
talking
and-
about the fucking other gimmick that he's.
Well, there's not been any federal charges in that.
No. So let me see
there, if
what
you
we
can
got.
zoom into the one with the green suit.
Go to
there,
the
Steve,
double
yeah.
green. That's a
Yeah.
fucking statement.
He's rocking that. So he's got the front thing going on there, the front skunk thing. The rest is dyed, but just that front area is not gonna get the Grecian formula or the Just for Men.
Fucking how old's Vince now?
It's closing in on 80, probably, right?
Still looks good, man.
Well, I think there's been some facial work, right? Has there not? Have we
Maybe
seen some
some
evidence
fillers.
of that? And it's a little filler.
Maybe some fillers.
Maybe
but-
a little Botox, which is going right to the medulla oblongata or wherever you said it's being delivered to.
I'm just fucking. I got to put over the fucking.
The green leisure suit.
No, it's the,
Oh.
the. Can you pull it out? Yeah, it's got. It's just the. I don't think I'd quite go. I mean, the jacket's. It's fucking. Jacket's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'd picture myself wearing maybe white with
A little
that.
white shirt or something. Yeah.
That's just me.
A gray would work also, but
Maybe he wanted to set the fucking gray that hair off.
that's true. Wanted to contrast the
That fucking Oz green. See, I always knew he fucking secretly was an Oz fan.
he did sweat Oz.
If you had that
He's-
fucking Oz, if you had that Oz dunce cap on in that photo with that fucking shirt, that fucking
Well,
would be sweet.
With AI, that is only seconds away, Kevin.
Somebody fucking do it. Have it ready for us next week.
I have a question for you regarding this vision angle. We've been fans of Bron Breaker-Icksteiner, and I was vocal when I thought they weren't going to be using him, when they were going to just do this like growling
Bullshit
dog thing. Yeah.
Then
So I
he
was
kind of rolled his eyes and grabbed the mic that one day. We thought, well, we got something here.
correct. But here's my question to you. Is he ready for main event? Is he moving a little too quickly now? Because it was clear to me from that promo that he's going to be the one to emerge in Seth's absence. And, I mean, there's still the opening segment, so something's got to happen. So he's going to be the one. So can he go into the main event players here?
Yes.
Seasoned enough?
He's athletic enough to make up for the seasoning, and the other guys, that's the beauty of having a fucking an AJ. Like I look at AJ as,
AJ Styles or
Yeah, I look
AJ
at-
Lee? AJ Styles.
no AJ Styles. Look at AJ Styles as a Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart kind of universally great worker that he's gonna bring you up a couple of notches. I think that Cody's works strong. Seth's is got strong work. I think Punk's work is strong. I've never been a huge fan of his striking, but his psychology is good, and he sells great. I think what
What about the mic? What about the mic?
I think he does a pretty good job on the mic. I think if you fucking gave him some, because he's not shy about getting on the mic.
Does he need a little bit more of a character?
No,
Something to define him a little more in this
No.
landscape?
because the character will come as success comes. If he had more of a character, it would just then it would feel very wrestling.
Yeah, but
Like he
when I
just-
say character, I don't mean like doink. I mean
No, I'm just talking about his his character is going to evolve as he evolves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Diesel at fucking Royal Rumble was not the Diesel that was losing to Brett in Survivor Series. Like, that character evolved, but it just takes time to evolve.
So it'll almost be a natural process, is what
Yeah.
you're saying? Like, just by having him on camera more and
And
using him more, you'll start to see what he's made of.
Yeah. Especially once you put him into a situation where we've sat and watched him be a bookend for the better part of a year.
Yeah.
And I mean, for Heyman to say that he's the future of the business now, and Reed is the rightful owner, like the rightful head of the bloodline. So that kind of, you've got to do something with Reed. You've got to push him that way.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Are
That
we going to see them
character
go in
also-
different directions now?
Yeah, that character also, and I think that Heyman can go to the ring with both of them, but I think that you've got to separate those two,
Right.
because it's not like Shawn and Diesel. It's not where one of them was the other one's bodyguard and subservient, and
Right. They were even.
they were even. So
Yeah.
now you've got to separate and then elevate each one of those guys separately,
You want to elevate.
in my opinion.
No, I agree. And if you want to elevate something, Blue Chew is the way to do that. Talk about elevation. Guys, you know what I'm talking about with Blue Chew. You know what I'm talking about. Hopefully you're
Imagine
using
that
it
young
already.
Rick Steiner running at you with a fucking with boned out on a Blue Chew.
Well, how about as a counter to the spear? You whip that thing up and he bounces off of that
He
instead.
impales himself.
Exactly. Blue
that'd be
Chew will
good TV.
You will be able to go over Bron Breaker with a Blue Chew. What is a Blue Chew? Chewable tablets, the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. Look, talk to anybody who's done this. I mean, it's long and strong, and when you need it. So you pop it anytime.
Talking about
day
a
or night.
spear.
And just you'll have the spear. Forget about performing the spear. You'll become the spear. And you'll just have it for when you need it. Okay, and that's the key. You'll have it in the system. Pop it, chew it. They taste great. You have some choices also, which you will see when you go to BlueChew.com and explore those choices. Favorite part of this, guys, is the process, the online process. Previously, if you wanted any medical assistance with your guy downstairs, you were going to a doctor and sitting and talking about it and standing in the pharmacy. This is entirely online. You're going to log on to BlueChew.com. You're going to answer some questions. You'll consult with a licensed medical professional, and boom, your prescription will be prepared, issued online, and then the shipment comes right from them. So see what your options are at BlueChew.com. And we have a special deal, as always, for the listeners. First month of Blue Chew free. Just use the promo code NASH at checkout, and the magic happens. You're going to pay $5 for shipping, but that's it. Just get the tablets to ya. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time, and head to BlueChew.com for details and important safety info. Thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast for 3 years now.
You have to. There is now a warning that comes with Blue Chew, is that your lover may become addicted to it.
I'm going to put 4 of those letters in caps when we
Yes.
spell out addicted. Thank you, Blue Chew. Kev, the Real American Freestyle Federation was in the news feed for a second, and I had to remind myself that was still a thing, and actually investigate a little bit to make sure it's still a thing, because with Hogan's passing, and Hogan was the kind of the front person for it, and it was tied into the beer, the Hogan's beer. And then I just didn't hear about it anymore, and I didn't know if it went south after Hogan passed, but no, it's still happening. There's even an upcoming card at the end of the month. But do you know if Eric is still involved with it?
I'm sure he is.
I just don't see him anywhere. And like, I went to the website, and it's a very basic website, very minimalist, let's say. And then I looked for the promo of the upcoming matches. There's the AP had a story, 4 championship matches to headline Real American Freestyle Wrestling event, which is coming up October 25th.
Where's it at?
The Bryce Jordan Center, State College, Pennsylvania.
So that's Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State. There's a former Penn State star, Roman Bravo Young, who's going to be challenging for the bantamweight title against Nathan Tomasello. And don't forget that Kyle Drake, the 4-time world champion, of course, and 2-time Olympic bronze medalist, is going to be defending the cruiserweight title against Boris Makayev of Slovakia. Kevin, are you watching this? Do you understand this?
No. I mean, yeah, I understand it. I mean, I just haven't. Like I said, there's when you live with. I mean, my wife and I spend the majority of each day together, and she fucking she gets her Downton Abbeys and fucking PBS bullshit and Ancient Aliens, and if I with the NBA starting up, I'm sorry, man, I can't be bringing in the UFC. Like, she understands that I'm gonna watch wrestling, but she would prefer that when she goes to bed. And lately, because I'm on that CPAP fucking machine now.
How's it going?
Did you have some trouble with leakage when you first got it? With it leaking?
Leaking air.
Yeah, leaking air, like on the computer readout. There's like.
So I talked to him about it after the time there, and he said you probably. Remember, I have the nose one, so he said you probably have excess mouth. You probably
see mine looks like a fucking a cup.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. So he said try this, and that just the suction to that on my face is so disconcerting. I start to get the claustrophobia, and I rip the fucking thing off and threw it across the room.
It
I went
doesn't
back to the nose.
It doesn't bother me. It's just that I don't know if I'm not getting, but I look like I can get up and I can turn the fucking thing on so that the meter lights up, and I'm getting like 9.3, 9.8, like the actual pressure. It starts at 4.0. So like.
Are you getting? Is your beard not allowing it to seal?
I shaved it down to like nothing.
What about just the sheer size from the nose to the chin? Do they make goon size?
Well, I'm not a large featured person. I don't have a big fucking nose or.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, you can't have fucking a big nose and the ears. I mean, God only gives you one thing. It's fucking. I told him, I said, I'll take the hog.
I'll take the hair flip.
I'll take the, yeah. You ever seen my fucking ears?
No.
How small my ears are?
I don't generally look at them.
Fuck, man. Like my ears are like a fucking. Ears look like a fucking shark's ears. They fucking stick right to the side of my head. Look at that. Those are
well, that's good
ears.
though, because you don't want
you can't get
them
to
protruding.
That.
For Christ's sake.
What's that?
You don't want them protruding. Well, did you ask the doctor
what
the
I mean,
problem is with the seals?
It's 66. Like most guys, I see guys fucking their ears are growing. Like Cena's ears have gotten bigger.
Yeah, they have. actually. You know who was giving Cena vibes to me? If you watch Ed Gein, if you feel like you need a steady diet of man ass and you want to watch another Ryan
I just
Murphy
haven't,
series.
man. I've looked at it, and it's just like, I don't know. For some reason, I just don't feel like I want that car. I don't know anything about the character. Like, it's not Dahmer or fucking Bundy so there's like, to me, it's like, if I don't have
some frame of reference going in, you don't want to be
Yeah.
educated on a grave robber,
it's just like,
cross-dressing necrophilius.
it's our world is so fucked up as it is. Like, I'd much rather spend a half hour fucking watching A1 Atlas
Atlas, I knew we were going to go.
crawling
flow through space.
crawling towards us. So
Understood. Well, why don't you go and see if you could do the nose one?
I can't. My nose doesn't work.
Oh, that's right. You did tell us last week the nose.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, after I take the mask off in the morning, I can breathe out of my nose because that air forces, my nose to function.
Right.
I haven't fallen asleep during the daytime. Like, usually, like around 7 o'clock, I'll take a nap. And I haven't done that. And then I go to bed earlier because I got to get my fucking hours in. So, like, I was up today at 10, and I put that motherfucker on at midnight.
Right.
No, later than that. What time did the Lakers game get over? 1 o'clock, maybe?
It was West Coast,
Yeah.
so it probably started.
It
started our time, 8:30.
No.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry.
The first, I think it started at 10.
10, right? 7 to 10. Yeah, 10.
It was like
And
1.
it's going to be 2.5 hours. So
I think it got over around 1 last night. Because then I had to go. I had to go in and clean. The kitchen wasn't clean, so I had to clean the kitchen. So
Kev, how about a little Florida man Jersey guy?
I'm ready.
It's time. Two actual headlines. One from the escapades of a Florida man, one of a Jersey guy. Kevin usually can hit it over the left field wall. First headline: man arrested after his toddlers pictured with guns, beer, and marijuana. Second headline: wife and son helped murder suspect dismember victim's body with chainsaw.
I'm gonna go with the first one being Florida, and the second being Jersey.
Yeah, you did it again.
You throw that gun when it's just.
Yeah, I mean, there are guns up here.
But there's not.
There's not.
Not like down
Shootings
here.
all the time.
We just fucking talked about going to Publix and everybody carrying a gun. It's like, dude, this is gun country.
Well, that might be happening at Publix, but here, our friend Taylor Knoop of De Leon Springs.
Yes.
In Volusia County, so that must be near you somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, kind of.
He's a father, and he's been accused of being tied to disturbing photographs of toddlers and infants with firearms, drugs, and alcohol. Mr. Knoop, 27, of De Leon Springs, was taken into custody on Sunday, and photos depicted an infant and toddler staged in scenes involving marijuana, a Glock-style handgun, and a beer bottle.
Yeah, fucking Chitwood ain't gonna fuck around.
And the residence was also deemed unsafe with exposed wiring, unfinished plywood walls, and a partially missing ceiling. So the photography studio.
They just kind of fucking like dump some shit on you there.
Oh yeah. Well, once they see the kids with the guns,
yeah,
they're walking
they just
through.
say,
Unfinished plywood, eh?
Say what? It was that drop ceiling's not finished.
That'll cost you $230 million for our troubles.
Oh my God! I'll take a shit and wipe my ass with a top secret clearance fucking paperwork.
And then, of course, wife and son helped a murder suspect dismember a victim's body with a chainsaw. And that's a family affair. Talk about everyone getting in on the act there. That's Camden, New Jersey, where all good things happen. And apparently, 41-year-old Everton Thomas has been charged with first-degree murder for the shooting death of Harold Miller, and then the 41-year-old wife, Sherry Parker, and their 22-year-old son, Deshaun, jumped in and helped cut the body up with the chainsaw. It's a family affair.
Phew.
Yeah, how about that?
Chainsaw is not my fucking, would not be my...
No, that is not the cookout I want to be invited to. I need a little get blitzed before I headed there.
Phew.
Talk about the high spot of the show.
If I had to get blitzed, I'd come out of my skin during that fucking shit.
Get a little freaked out. Well, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Get Blitz Lit Aid. Those are the mixers that you can do yourself. The syrup that you can put into a drink. Just need a teaspoon to get your THC fix going. Put it in any beverage like a tea or a white soda. And a fast onset, 5 to 15 minutes, because nano-infused means, of course, it goes right to your bloodstream, bypasses the breakdown in the liver. If you're in Maryland, you can grab the Kliq This Get Blitz Lit Aid mixers in cans. I wish I had more to hold up here and show, but I'm out of mine. I need to reorder. And I'm going to use my code KLIQ at checkout when I do that. When I go to get-blitzed.com, get-blitzed.com, and order the Kliq This Get Blitz Lit Aid mixers, pre-mixed, Kev's Key Lime, delicious, Sean's Blue Raz, refreshing, delivering you 5 milligrams of the Delta 9 THC. That gets you in that chill mode. If you're in Maryland, you can hit a Stay Lit Smoke Shop, but for the rest of us, hit that website, get-blitzed.com. Almost all 50 states will let you do it without a med card as long as you're over 21. The code is KLIQ, K-L-I-Q. Thank you. Get blitzed. All right, we're back. Kliq This, the Kevin Nash podcast, with our friends from Mando. Kevin and I love us some Mando. And Kev just said he knocked out his entire spray, right? You got to go hit the...
I got to go.
Got to go hit the...
and I need to get deodorant.
The whole body deodorant. I think you do the Mount Fuji jam on that?
Yeah, that's the one I use. It's
Ex-
also good as I haven't used it up until about 4 days ago. I was going through the box to see, because there was one of the creams left, and I said, well, I could, I had one of those left, and there was a bar of deodorant soap.
The bar soap, yeah.
Yeah.
You do the bar soap. Which one? You have the green one?
The green and yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
that one too. The Cloverwoods, is that called?
Yeah, and
Something
the
like
thing,
that.
it's nice because, like a lot of times during the day, I'll just hop in the shower and wash my pits, my ass, that just kind of the groin ass.
Freshen up.
Yeah, just hit it real quick, because I don't want to take the beef tallow off my face and all that stuff. So,
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I love it too, Kev, and the magic of Mando and what makes this so different and unique. It's clinical strength sweat control. Okay, this isn't just, you're not just slapping this on to mask things. Okay, it's not your typical deodorant. All right, it's 2 times better at controlling sweat than the standard. It controls both sweat and odor for 72 hours. Okay, and after just 12 hours, underarm sweat was reduced by 92%. The stuff works. It hits it at the source. It's not a masking agent, okay? It prevents it. 100% of study participants experienced all-day odor protection. And unlike other deodorants with chemicals, Mando uses only premium ingredients like gentle mandelic acid to help you stay fresh and dry. The starter pack would be the way to go if you're new to this. It comes with solid stick deodorant, a cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice. You can get a body wash. You can get the deodorant wipes. Go check it out. Plus, you get free shipping. So as a special offer to our listeners, new customers are going to get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code, which is Kliq, K-L-I-Q. If you go to shopmando.com for your 20% off site-wide plus free shipping, shopmando.com, 20% off free shipping, shopmando.com. Please support the show. Tell Mando that we sent you. We
So
wouldn't
you know when you
steal
have like a T-shirt that's like your favorite T-shirt, but it's like 3 years into its run, and you wash it and it smells great, and you put it on, and like 8 minutes after you put it on, it smells like kitty litter because it fucking the funk is just in the
it's
material.
just baked into the damn shirt. Yeah.
So I have this T-shirt that I said because I was realizing like especially after signings, where you're like up at 8 o'clock putting your deodorant on, and you're getting back in the room at like 8 o'clock, and it's a 12-hour day, and so I brought this T-shirt to Scotland with me, and I hit my pits with the deodorant. And it's the white deodorant. It's white, so you got to sneak it underneath and do it so you don't get it on you. And when I got home that night, I took the shirt off, and I smelled the pits, and I was just like, and it just smelled like the deodorant. So I washed it. When I got home from Scotland, I washed it, and lo and behold, it's like just having that deodorant, which
Having
is
the deodorant touching it actually
which is also
the fabric
because
smell.
it has that function to take the funk out.
Yep.
So it actually took it kind of like I almost like soaked during the day. I soaked the pits of that T-shirt in the Mando, and so now I've reclaimed one shirt. So
Mando on the mission to reclaim your dying wardrobe.
Your fucking kitty litter T-shirt.
There's an angle. All right, let's see who's in the audience via KliqThisTV.com looking to ask Kevin some questions like, Ace Ramon, have you heard about Family Matters star Darius McCrary being arrested for failure to appear in court over unpaid child support and defending himself as his own attorney? More sovereign citizen crap. Now, is this the guy that someone likened me to because of my mustache?
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I think this might.
I don't know who Family Matters is.
It was a.
Was that the one with Michael Keaton? That's not Fox, right?
No.
Michael Fox.
So this is not at all who I've been likened to.
I don't know the show or him.
Yeah. No, so we didn't hear about this, Ace.
No.
But we certainly will. We can certainly check it out. Who's next? Mark Caps. I recently watched Fall Brawl 96 and saw you got your leg caught in the camera cables. How often did camera guys get in the way? This is a great question. That happen a lot? They're in the wrong place at the wrong time, and
here and there.
Or are you guys mostly aware of that anyway, as doing this night after night in front of cameras?
It's one of the but not really. I mean, most of the times the handhelds they're cableless. They run off.
Well, back in even '96.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those the guys, or they'd have either they were cableless, or the guy that was dead behind them was taking care of the cable,
collecting the cable, moving it to the side, and I think they all had a second.
And it's with peripheral vision and everything else, you should be able to coexist out there.
Very good. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for being part of our squad. Jen Vargo. Hey, Jen. Is Kenny Omega still your favorite wrestler?
Rhea Ripley took his spot.
Oh. Favorite male wrestler, then. We can keep that, right? At least he can... If he
Yes.
identifies as male. I don't want to... You can't assume someone's gender.
I haven't seen Kenny work in a while.
Maybe he's undergoing a change.
I did watch the Ospreay Ricochet match again the other day, where they do like all the fucking flippy flop, and they stop and they do like a superhero pose at the same time.
You enjoyed that?
No, but I like to watch things that upset me.
Next. Edgar Watson, what's going on with the condo that collapsed near you, and is it still impacting the area? What's this?
Not by me.
By me? I don't know, Edgar. Send me a link. Let me educate me. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in Ponce Inlet. There's
Maybe this was up in Daytona proper.
there's nothing that's collapsed.
All right. Ace Ramon, are you a fan of stealth action games? I've been getting back into Metal Gear Solid, and with an eye patch, I could see you as Big Boss. Kiefer played him in one of the games. Was Metal Gear one of T's?
We had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had it.
Hey, before we go away, Kev, thank you, Ace, and Jen, and everybody. This was 3 years this week that we lost T, right? 2022.
Yeah.
On the 20th, October 20th.
Oh,
so
19th.
19th. So
Scott's the 20th.
Scott was the 20th.
Scott's birthday was the 20th.
So I just wanted to remind everyone that he's the reason we're here, and yeah, time goes on, we advance in years, but we always pay tribute to Tristan with the music.
Yeah, because it sure it really makes a difference. 3 years, but there's no pain there whatsoever.
No, Kevin, 23 years I don't think is going to make
No,
much.
I love when people say like you need to get on medication. It's like fuck you. I need to get on medication. It's like, and then people, I read comments that say, I remember when the show first started, Nash was fun, and man, like, then his son passed away, and he kind of, man, he got grouchy. Sometimes he gets rude with Sean, and
imagine being grouchy when
yeah,
you
like,
your
wow,
young son.
man, you're lucky I don't go fucking postal. Like,
no,
Jesus,
I think,
man.
Kev, for all that shit, I think that I've seen far more admiration for you and you serving as listen, it's fun to come on and do this and to catch up with you every week, but I really love when I read that people took something from you, and I mean, you don't come here to do it. Your purpose isn't to educate, but
No.
it happens as a byproduct.
But I also like the fact that I was going through something the other day, and all of a sudden it's just like the Builders dropped in front of me, like T's album, and it gave me a chance. And I know for a fact Tamara has not listened to any tracks off of that, and she was sitting in her spot, and I was sitting in the recliner, and I played Ode to Daytona, and she looked at me. She goes, "What is that on?" I said, "It just came up." I said, "I'm just going through YouTube, and it just came up." And she goes, "Like the rabbit hole?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "It just came up for me to play this."
How'd she do with it?
She was fine. I mean, it was because it's like, sometimes, I mean, even though he's my kid, like he was talented.
Yeah.
You know, it's.
You were always so proud of him, Kev. I
Yeah.
remember a video you'd send me when he was probably before high school, maybe high school, sitting just playing around the house, and you were just kind of like, I don't even know if you knew you were taping him. It was just like from across the room, and You know, it's great that he had the support. Too many times artists, talented people, they have parents trying to beat that out of them and teach them some kind of academic lesson in life.
That was the one thing why I think I worked as long as I did, was I didn't want him to have to fucking give up music, which is so hard to make money in order for him to I just basically told him, you work on the creative part of your life, and your dad will pay the bills. Like, don't worry about it.
It's great. That's great. He's lucky to have you.
Well, I mean, because I don't spend shit, you know. Tell you one thing, boy, that boy's got some guitars.
How many axes does he have?
I was just, because I sleep in his room, there's probably, I mean, he's got 2 boats full underneath the steps going up to the deck. Each one of those boats has got to hold fucking, 8? And then he's got,
What was his favorite? Do you know what he always grabbed? Is he a
it was
Fender guy,
it was different.
Huh.
He had he's had Les Paul. He's got
Gibson Les Paul, the Sunburst, the orange.
yeah,
Nice.
he's got that.
That was an Ace Frehley.
He's got a Fender, like a Jazz Master, fucking like a black Fender that he used to play. But his God, what did we just bought him before, like his last Christmas. We bought him it was a Marshall. We bought him some high. It was a high dollar one. It's either a Marshall or
Marshall amp or
no, it was. I'm sorry, Martin. It was a Martin. A Martin guitar that was like fucking mahogany.
acoustic.
Yeah.
Nice.
He usually played. He's got a 12-string Takanami. I loved. He would like do this melody of, like he would play like the open of Hotel California, and then he would go from that to the open of Wish You Were Here, and then Space Oddity, because they all sound so amazing on a 12-string. And the TV room downstairs, even though you would not think it was acoustically, I think because there's so many books and artwork and everything on the walls that it just had good acoustics.
Right.
And it was just, I just used to love just that 12-string just fucking would fill the room.
Kliq This is a production of Butch and Sundance Media, produced in association with Podcast Heat, created by Tristan Nash, Kevin Nash, and Sean Oliver. Producer Steve Kaufman, graphics by Dominic D'Angelo, title sequence and audio edit by Wesley Burleson, theme song by Dale Oliver, no relation. Technical research by Tristan Nash, copyright 2025, Butch and Sundance Media. Kev, want to do another?
Only if we end the show with the fucking Battle Royal.
Let us free. the customer service never answers the